We are going to do a quick live stream. If you were on the stream today, we had some huge wins on Better. So all three slips cashed. One went 4 for 5, so we got a 2.5x payout. And the other one's absolutely banged. I mean, you know, excuse my language, but we fucked the shit out of this sports book today. So hopefully you were on it earlier and tailed the Better slip. So what book should we start on? Should we start on Fliff? Because there's some decent value on Fliff on PrizePicks. It's just kind of like, man, where do we want to start? What do we want to look at? I don't know. So maybe we start out. I mean, this is crazy, but let's build a parlay. And we're going to build this parlay on Fliff. So I like starting out on Fliff. I mean, basically, you know, it's available in basically every single state. And there's some good plays with value. And granted, I get it. Some of these games are, you know, a little bit far away. But I'll kind of explain the logic behind, so these names are getting switched up here. So we have Chepe or Jose Mariscal. So long story short, let's kind of go through this play. You can see here, Fliff is offering plus 120 on his money line. So this is an early UFC bet. I get it. UFC is not until Saturday. We'll find some plays for tomorrow. But sometimes the best value is early. So you can see Bet Online, they have a really tight market. They have him all the way down at plus 100. So we're getting 20 cents of improvement here, right? Bet Online, he used to be an underdog. Bet Online had him at plus 150. You can see these odds have been out like pretty crazy. Odds have been out, you know, since March 20th for this fight. But lines have just been kind of moving towards him, down to minus 101, now plus 100. So long story short, the market's moving towards him. You can see Pinnacle right here. They have a really tight market, only 15 cents of juice. They have him at plus 104. So long story short, this play seems solid. And now we kind of have two options. It's like, okay, this play seems like it has really good value, but do we want to play it in a parlay or as a straight bet? And honestly, you know, there's another couple games that are a few days away, so we might as well parlay it. So let's just take a look. What we got right here. And again, like kind of like the first step to beating the books is I always make sure all the plays I give out on these streams have value. All the live stream plays, we obviously had a huge day on Better today. Every live stream play we lock in is just tracked in the description in the sheet on YouTube. But anyways, I'm going to throw this into my parlay. And then we got to play for NC State Purdue. So let's take a look at this. And granted, I know, you know, the game's not till Saturday, but hey, first of all, it's the Final Four. Second of all, if there's good value, you know, we want to lock it in before it moves. So Michael O'Connell, I mean, he had a shit ton of rebounds last game, but, you know, now we got Zach Edey rebounding, so he probably won't get as many rebounds this game. And you can see FanDuel has his under as a big favorite, minus 136 favorite. So he's a big favorite to go under. But then if you compare that to Fliff, so again, all these books, like a lot of people say, oh, why do you care so much about where other sports books set their lines? And it's because it's the most important thing in sports betting is finding value in the market. All these books, they run around and they try to set their own lines. So the easiest way to get an edge to beat the books is just by, you know, finding discrepancies. So now we have two picks in our parlay. For tomorrow. But there's also some value on Donovan Mitchell. So if you kind of take a look at Donovan Mitchell's line for tomorrow, so Donovan Mitchell, where is Donovan Mitchell? DraftKings has ripped him all the way up to minus 160, so his over super heavily favored, minus 160. On Fliff, it's only minus 130. So maybe we just make a 3-leg parlay and we rip it. And you could also play them all as straight bets. I mean, I've said this in other streams, like if a bet is good, you can play it in a parlay, you can play it in a straight bet, whatever. But, you know, why not? I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have fun on this stream. So, you know, we had a huge day on Better, so might as well have some fun. So I just threw these together in a 3-leg parlay. College basketball, UFC, and NBA. So kind of taking advantage of the early value on these books. This play I already locked in. I already gave it out on FanDuel. You know, MLB, yes, run first inning. I mean, these bets are stressful as shit. First inning total runs. But you can see here, FanDuel's giving you plus 104 odds. So getting plus 104 odds, if you think about it, like this is how you want to think as a sports bettor, in my opinion. What is plus 104 odds? Well, it means you're betting 100 to win 104. So like that's like flipping a coin where if head shows up, we get $104, we win. If tails, we lose 100. So obviously that would be a great deal if it were a 50-50 coin. You flip the coin, you get $104 when you win, you lose 100 when you lose. Obviously that's a good deal if you're just flipping a coin. But the added benefit is this coin, like this bet is weighted in our favor. You look at the other sports books, DraftKings and Pinnacle, which is known to be a pretty sharp book. They both have the over favored. They both have the over juiced. So they're telling you through their odds that, hey, the over, the Yerfie, the yes run first inning is the favored outcome, and we're getting plus money on FanDuel, so that's an absolute banger. I mean, that's a play we want to be on. But anyways, let's go to PrizePicks. So now we have a 3-leg parlay. And again, all the live stream plays are just tracked in the sheet in the description on YouTube. What book should we look at? Underdog or what should we look at? I know everyone's going to say better because we had a big day on better, but unfortunately there's no value on better, right now. So anyways, we got a Fliff parlay in. And now what we want to look at, so let me hide this bet, get rid of this shit. And let's see what we got on PrizePicks. Let's see Underdog. So they both have a lot of value, and it's just like, shit, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So let's start taking a look at Underdog Fantasy. So Alabama versus Connecticut, bro. The Final Four is going to be, it's going to be hard to watch, in my opinion. Two huge underdogs. Not many close games. 9.5 and 11.5 underdogs. So we're probably going to get UConn Purdue. But anyways, crazier things have happened. If you take a look at Rylan Griffin, sportsbooks are starting to post odds for, player props for March Madness. You can see here, like FanDuel has his under heavily favored. All the books, in fact, have his under heavily favored. Damn, there's another bet on Fliff. So we'll look at that in a sec. But Rylan Griffin, all the books have his under 3.5 rebounds, heavily favored, heavily juiced. So it's like, okay, that play seems solid. I usually skip over these like esports ones if there's only 2 books posting lines, but PrizePicks is definitely smarter, sharper, however you want to think about it, for their esports lines. So I try to focus on the ones, where you have like multiple data points. So if we take a look at this bro, Gabe, let's take a look at his headshots line, and hopefully Underdog Fantasy doesn't bump things quickly. It's like, what the fuck are they doing? And this is all possible because every book tries to set their own lines, so they all screw up, especially for esports, where there's like, these esports, so these are the 2 picks I'm going to lock in my slip, so if you want to build a slip with me, already lock them in. Anyways, we're live. I had to make sure. Sometimes I forget to start the live stream. But there's so many esports games every single day. And you can see they already fucking locked him. It's literally 12:30 and they're locking my bets. It's like, what are you guys doing, man? No, they didn't lock it. So maybe they didn't lock it. But anyways, there's so many esports games every day, so not every bet's going to win, but you can see on Underdog, they have this at 11. All the other books at 12.5. Hot Streak actually has the line at 12.5, and they have the over favored or juiced. So as a sports bettor, like all of that is information, telling us, hey, he's more likely, getting over 11 clearly seems like a slam dunk. Even if you don't know anything about esports, like it doesn't matter. It's already all priced into the lines these books are putting out. So this is what I'm going to lock in. If you want to lock it in quickly. There's actually a lot of esports line discrepancies right now. CS2 is back in full swing. There was a break for a little where there weren't as many games, but here, 4 data points all saying, yo, this line should be higher. Underdog's lagging at 26. Like, you don't see line discrepancies this big in the NBA. It's crazy how, like, inefficient these esports markets are. It's like... Oh, fuck, man. We got Taco Tuesday tomorrow. So anyways, this is what I'm going to try to lock in before anything moves. So if you want to hit it, hit it. But anyways, let's hit it. These fuckers already removed my college basketball play. It's like, what are you guys doing? So they already removed the college basketball play. Fucking assholes. So what we need to do is we need to find a replacement. Malik Beasley over 4.5 RAs. That doesn't seem like a horrible option, but what other options? I mean, you can see there's just a ton of esports line discrepancies. Again, I like to focus on, where you have multiple fuckers. So now they're already locking everything. Now they're kind of getting on top of things, which is frustrating. But on the bright side, it seems like they opened a lot of these esports lines just too low. So even something like this, I mean, here, like, it would have been nice to get this play because you have 1, 2, 3. You have all these different sports books saying, yo, this line's too low. So this is what we can lock in, assuming they don't move it. But here, it's like, whatever. You only have 3 data points in. But, like, whatever. Dude, are you fucking kidding me, man? So, anyways, they've already bumped 2 of those. Anyways, if they just keep bumping shit, we'll move to PrizePicks here in a second. But Max Kepler under 2 HRRs, hits plus runs plus RBIs. Honestly, they're locking things like they just locked Gabe. I don't know. Like, a lot of times I just think it's once people start betting it, I don't know, their traders wake up and start moving everything, which is super annoying, but nothing really I can do there. On these streams, sometimes it seems like we're able to get into underdog plays, but other times it's just they're bumping things. So we went on a little bit of a run, 3 slips in a row on underdog. But anyways, I guess we're not going to be able to get in anything on underdog. So let's go to PrizePicks. Let's do a PrizePick slip. Let's do a PrizePick slip. Well, I'm not as frustrated. And there's also, it looks like there's a little more value on Fliff. So we'll take a look at Fliff here in a sec. But if you're just tuning in, all we have so far on this live stream, so far, it's early, is this 3-leg parlay on Fliff. But what I was going to say is this play looks absolutely beautiful. So this play looks beautiful. So we got a soccer play for early tomorrow. So if we go over to soccer, man, PrizePicks haven't even started building a slip yet. Don't bump anything. But the first play we have is Alex Iwobi under 1.5 shots on target. So again, like, these books are good at setting lines. That's just what I believe. Like, as someone who comes from trading markets for a long time, like, it's really hard just to beat the market looking at lines and betting random shit with your gut. Like, it's really hard. So if you look at FanDuel and DraftKings, they have the overs at plus 110 and plus 115. So the over's the underdog. Granted, they don't offer odds on the under, which is a little sketchy. But a lot of times, like, books, even for player home runs, like, if you look at FanDuel, for example, if we want to bet on a guy to hit a home run, well, I guess they don't even have lines up for tomorrow, or do they? But if you want to bet on a guy to hit a home run, like, FanDuel's like, yo, Kyle Schwarber's plus 265, but you can't bet on him to not hit a home run. You can't bet his under. So it's kind of the same thing with soccer, but his over's the underdog, right? Because they're giving you plus money, plus 110, plus 115. So the under would probably be around, I mean, if you assume 35 cents of juice, which is usually what books bake into their markets, 35, 40 cents, the under would be around like minus 150. So we know the under is the favored outcome. And again, on PrizePicks, it's just like underdog. You take this dude to go over or under, you get the same payout regardless, a 3x payout. And we know he's more likely to go under, so the under is the play we want to be on. But we need to find some things to pair with it now. So let's see what we can find. Jalen Green, meh. I mean, we'll be able to find some stuff to pair. Dylan Brooks under 1.5 made threes. I do like fading Dylan Brooks. But anyways, let's see what esports lines they have. Because there's a lot of esports line discrepancies. Again, like, I don't really give a shit, personally, what I'm betting on. If there's an edge, I'll play it. And obviously, it's slim pickings because they really haven't posted most of, it seems like, their NBA lines for tomorrow. But anyways, let's just build a slip quickly, and then we'll go back to Fliff. And then, I don't know. We can see what kind of else there is. So we have some early esports line discrepancies, and honestly, I just want to get in a slip, get through the day. Tomorrow's a Tuesday, so again, I skip over these ones where there's only one data point because it's like, like you don't really know, okay, like which book is right, which book is wrong. So we can just build a quick little esports slip. And again, like, it's actually really interesting to me because everyone loves to be like, oh, like I watched highlights of players. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, the market, these sportsbook odds, like, they're taking bets. They're moving lines around. If all the sharps start betting the over, they'll move odds towards the over. So everything ultimately gets reflected in the market, in the odds these books are putting out. So anyways, PrizePicks has me on jack shit betting limits. Only $5 a slip. So, like, it's pretty irrelevant in terms of my profit and loss in the live stream tracker. But, I mean, limits are part of sports betting, and some books are absolute shit, like PrizePicks. So, whatever. I mean, it's not optimal. I would love $500 betting limits on PrizePicks, but those days are unfortunately over. Or at least for now. I don't know. I'd suck someone's dick at that company to get higher betting limits. So, anyways, here's the link for anyone who wants to tail. I put it in the chat. And let me just go ahead here. Link. Anyways, no Diddy. No, I mean, maybe I would. I don't know. Maybe that's weird to say, but bro, if someone gave me $10,000 betting limits on PrizePicks, bro, I would suck anyone's dick. But let's see what we got here. That's a joke. I'm just kidding. I would not do that. I would absolutely not do that. But let's see what we have here. So on Underdog, I mean, on PrizePicks, like, there's a lot of esports line discrepancies. I mean, you know, we could build another slip, but whatever. Like, we got one slip in. There's no NBA for tomorrow. Maybe later there will be NBA and we can look at NBA. I mean, I would love to build a slip on... I would love to build a slip. Underdog also is a lot softer for esports. And what I mean by that is, like, they're not as smart with regards to esports. Fuck, man. So I would love to build in to make a little play. So let's take a look what we got here. So you can see, kind of interesting, Max Kepler, under 2 hits plus runs plus RBIs. So let's take a look right here at his lines. And again, I don't pull up lines just to, like, waste your time. Maybe I am wasting your time, but if the bet loses, I'm for sure wasting your time. But obviously, like, I want to make sure the shit I'm giving out I actually like. Like, you know, I got a tracker going here. I'm trying to make money, not just give out random shit. But if you take a look at, you know, I do kind of like this play. Kepler hits plus runs plus RBIs. Underdog has his line at 2. All the books have his line at 1.5, and another fantasy site, ParlayPlay. And, like, sure, whatever, they have the over favored. But, like, the jump between 1.5 and 2 is pretty big, right? Because if he has 2 hits, you know, we'll push on Underdog. Anyone who bets is under 1.5 will lose. Or if he hits a, you know, whatever, a double and has an RBI. I mean, anyways, you get the point. Like, 2 becomes a push possibility. So that's obviously better than getting the under 1.5. Bro. Anthony Davis, under half of a 3. Okay, yeah, I'm locking that in. So again, like, on Underdog, you know, you take his over, you take his under, you get the same payout. It's same as PrizePicks. You can see here, FanDuel has his over at plus 110. If you assume they had the same amount of juice as DraftKings, 30 cents, they'd have the under at minus 140. So all these books have the under heavily favored. FanDuel doesn't have odds on the over yet. And then you can see there's a shit ton of esports line discrepancies. But this is generally what it seems like they're moving quicker. Although they were assholes and they did move that college basketball play. But they still have this play on exit over 14 headshots. And again, like, Underdog is definitely fuckers. Never mind. They already bumped it. So they already bumped that play. Which is like, guys, come on. It's like, guys, let me lock in my play. So I'm going to lock in Gizme under 15. And if we take a look at, let's just make sure we like the value on this. Well, if you're able to bet it, lock it the fuck in because they move things quick. 15, 12.5, 14.5. I mean, good enough. I like the first 2 picks a lot. So it's just like, okay, let's just get in our slip quickly before the lines move. So again, if you want to tail, I'm trying to give you time to bet it, but I'm fucking antsy. We could not detect your location. Classic. Okay, so we have 3 unders. Please don't move anything. And they already got rid of the AD play. Bro, this book is absolutely insane. Man, it's like literally not even possible on these streams sometimes, it feels like. So I'll move on from it from a sec if we're not able to get in anything like real quick. Drop over 14. I mean, there's just so many discrepancies. And what you'll see, what generally happens is like Underdog, wherever PrizePicks has the line set. So maybe some people are able to get in the AD play. Like PrizePicks has the line at 15. Like if you check tomorrow at noon, Underdog will have bumped up the line to 15 in line with PrizePicks. So a lot of the value goes away. And wow, okay, like we were finally able to get in a slip. And on Underdog, I have a $100 betting limit, so it's like whatever, we'll take it. But anyways, let's go back to Fliff. And so we already have that Mitchell play in. Like Underdog Fantasy, they actually opened Mitchell's line at... They opened Donovan Mitchell. They already bumped him. They opened him at 21, I think. Then they bumped him up to 21.5, and I was going to hit it. And then I was going to wait for the stream, and now he's already at 22. So the value's already gone, which is fucking annoying. But anyways, we have Purdue versus North Carolina State. I mean, again, like I want as many bets for just like the Super Bowl. I mean, I think I said this for the Super Bowl. I want to find as many bets as possible with value before these games. I'm pumped. Also, like I've said it before, these games are not worth watching if you don't bet on them. Like these games probably going to be blowouts. But no offense if you're an NC State fan. But you can see right here, so let's go to the NC State game. Like sometimes there's a lot better value on these alternate lines. Like all these books, they try to be clever and offer all these alternate lines. But again, every book is running around headless trying to set their own lines. So sometimes the better value, the better opportunity is in the alternates, right? Just like maybe, I don't know. So you can see here the over 153.5 is plus 205. Obviously a little bit of a long shot on Fliff, but whatever. I'll lock it in, solid value. FanDuel's only giving you plus 176. You can see they have a 50-cent spread baked in. 50-ish, like 49 cents, I guess, technically. So they have the over at plus 176, the under at minus 225. So if you remove the VIG, right, all books make money by charging a spread, plus 176, minus 255. So if you remove the VIG, the true odds or the fair odds once you remove the VIG. So this is the most important calculator in sports betting. It's called a no VIG odds calculator. Just takes a sportsbook's market and removes the VIG. Because the way that FanDuel works, right, how does FanDuel get to these odds they're putting out? Is FanDuel has a model. They're taking all these bets. Like, people always think sportsbooks are stupid. Like, FanDuel's a $10 billion company. They're pretty fucking smart and pretty good at setting lines. FanDuel has a model that's taking all these bets, looking at where customers are betting, where sharp customers are betting, and they're saying, hey, we think the over is 34.36%, the over 153.5, 34.36% to occur. So that means the true line would be plus 191, right? And then they just add juice to their market. They don't want to give you plus 191 because that's what they think the price should be. So they give you shittier odds. That's baking in the VIG. They bake in a spread, the VIG. It's kind of like how Wall Street works, how a trader works. They think something's worth 10, so they're 9 bid, 11 offer. I'll buy it for 9, I'll sell it for 11. They think it's worth 10. They just set spreads, and that's how they make money. But anyways, so we got in this play on Fliff, over 153.5, NC State versus Purdue. Dude, so we're getting in some bets. And I mean, it's a little delayed gratification, but what I'm hoping happens is Mitchell scores fucking 22 points in the first quarter. Then we'll watch Michael O'Connell get fouled out trying to guard Zach Edey. by 4 o'clock, then we'll have a fight to watch. I mean, that's the goal. Anyways, there's like more lines on Underdog Fantasy, but honestly, I don't know. It's like this book's just such a pain in the ass in terms of moving things around. So PrizePicks, is there anything new? Anything not esports? It's like, esports, I mean, most of these on PrizePicks, you only have 2 data points, whatever. I mean, we locked in a slip, but there's nothing crazy for tomorrow on PrizePicks. But if we want to, what we could do is, would we be able to lock in Jake Berger under 2 hits plus runs plus RBIs? Did they seriously move? They already fucking locked it. It's already fucking locked before I even got to it. So anyways, I'll call this live stream for now. What do we have on this stream? We have a PrizePick slip. I put the link in the chat. We have an underdog play. Then we got a Fliff play, a 3-pick parlay, and then a straight bet. All plays have value. I'm riding them. And again, all the live stream plays are tracked in the description on YouTube. So you'll just see every bet. And they're all in the last sheet. I mean, initially I was doing 1 sheet per live stream, but then I realized that's too complicated because we're on live stream like 100 and something, like 102 or whatever. So I just added them all to the final one. So that's in the description on YouTube. But anyways, I'll probably drop some plays on Twitter later. But thanks so much for tuning in and have a great rest of your night.